Why would you attack someone who lives 2,000 kilometers away, just because you're scared? That's exactly the question on the world's mind after Israel's shocking decision to launch a massive airstrike against Iran on June 13, 2025. This was not just a symbolic warning. It was a sweeping military operation that targeted Iranian nuclear facilities, air defenses, and even high-ranking commanders. So what's really behind this sudden escalation? From Israel's perspective, the threat was becoming unbearable. For years, Iran's nuclear program had been inching closer to weapons capability. Israeli intelligence claimed Tehran had enough enriched uranium for up to 15 nuclear bombs, though the International Atomic Energy Agency hadn't confirmed any active weaponization. Still, to Israeli leaders, especially Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, this wasn't just about uranium levels. It was about survival. Netanyahu has long said that a nuclear Iran is a red line, and this strike was his way of proving he meant it. But there's more to this than just fear of a future bomb. The timing wasn't random. Israel had just emerged from months of intense fighting in Gaza and had severely weakened Iranian proxy forces like Hamas and Hezbollah. With Iran diplomatically isolated, militarily stretched, and internally distracted, the Israeli government believed it had a narrow window to strike directly at the source of the threat. In the view of Israeli strategists, this wasn't just a military decision, it was a strategic gamble. At home, Netanyahu also had reasons to act. His government has been under pressure from corruption scandals, protests, and political infighting. A bold external strike can often unite a divided country, and that's exactly what happened. Almost all Israeli political factions quickly rallied behind the operation. Critics argue this was a calculated move to shift attention away from domestic crises and cement his leadership at a time of vulnerability. The operation itself was one of the most complex military campaigns Israel has ever launched. Roughly 200 fighter jets struck over 100 targets across Iran. Nuclear enrichment sites like Natanz were hit. Mossad reportedly deployed drones and special teams deep inside Iranian territory to disable missile defense systems before the airstrikes began. It was a high-stakes combination of espionage, cyber warfare, and aerial precision, all designed to hit fast, hit hard, and get out before Iran could fully react. But Iran did react. The next day, it fired over 100 missiles and drones at Israeli cities, some of which managed to slip through Israel's famed Iron Dome defense. The strike also sent shockwaves through global diplomacy. Nuclear talks with Iran were immediately called off, and regional tensions have spiked. Legal experts are now debating whether Israel's strike qualifies as self-defense under international law, since Iran hadn't launched an imminent attack. So what does all this mean? Israel believes it made a preemptive move to stop a nuclear catastrophe. Iran sees it as a violation of sovereignty and an act of war. And the rest of the world? Watching nervously, unsure whether this is the beginning of a broader regional war, or the last big blow in a decades-long shadow conflict. What do you think? Was Israel right to strike first? Or did it just light the fuse for something much bigger? Let us know in the comments.